All right, what is up, YouTube gang? We're having some issues with the Golf. I figured, you know what, might as well replace my tie rods since I bought those parts a long time ago and I just haven't fixed it yet. So I figured maybe I might as well just mess with that while I'm at it today. Getting an early start, so let's see how it goes. Are these boots and getting that clamp on the inner section of the boot. You can see this one right here. There's that inner one. How do you get in there? Some people drop the subframe. We'll figure that out later. Let's figure this out. I've already replaced these bushings there. This one probably needs service too. And then my ball joints right here probably could be replaced. And what I did is counted the threads. There was 13 of them. I used my fingernail to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that way when I put the new one on, tie rod ends are already going to be connected, but I'll be able to turn it to 13 threads out. So it'll be in the same ballpark as this one. So first thing I'll do is take off this bolt here. I'm going to need a tie rod separator, which I have. Then I'm going to need a special tool to get in there, take off the inner tie rod. And I need to go to the store to get that specialty tool loan from O'Reilly's. Okay. Go. Here we go. Woo! Those things are on there good. Okay, so let's take off this boot and we can get in there. We're gonna snap this clamp off. Let's check to see if the new one comes with the boot. So let's see what came in this box from ECS Tuning out in Ohio. Again, I ordered this a few months back. Alrighty. Looks like we got 2 boxes in here. Assembled in Germany from components of Germany. Another box inside the box. What is this? Okay, we got the boots. And what's this? Okay, so here's the tie rod. Here's the tie rod end. Here's the tie rod. Doesn't come connected. The outer and inner. So we got 2 tie rods, tie rod ends. It's gonna go in here. Remember, we're gonna turn it in. So when you have 13 threads showing here. Let's check out the boots. Cool. Came with the actual correct clamps. It's gonna go on there. And this inner one's gonna go on here. So they recommend using the clan tool. Great name. Maybe I'll buy one of those tools. Who knows? Oh, here's the other boot. All right, let's get this party started, as they say. Take the inner tie rod off. Got to get the boot off. So one way to know that you need a new tie rod is this. It's not supposed to just fall like that. If I let go, it should stay up like this. You can also see my boot is a little bit torn up. So this, I should not be able to move this with my hand. Like that. Let me show you the new one. I can't even move it. So that's how tight it's supposed to be. Big difference. Same thing with this inner one right here. I can't even move it. Let's go to the parts store and get the tool for taking this inner one out. Here we are. My favorite place. Let's see if they can help me out. They had the CV joint boot clamp pliers. Sweet. And then they had the inner tie rod tool that I'm gonna borrow. So they're loaning me this for $100, but then once I return, I get my money back. I'm really glad I'm finally doing this job. This is tool set, master inner tie rod tool set, part number 67178. Okay, they make different types of tie rod removal tools, but this is the one they have. So, got to find the right size bit, I guess you'd call it. Take off this outer tie rod. It's no good no more. It's not that loose, but you shouldn't be able to move it this easy with just your hand. It should take a lot of force. So, time to replace this outer tie rod and, of course, the inner one. That's off. Okay. I've decided the way I'm going to attack this inner clamp is by cutting the boot to get it out of the way. So what we ended up doing is putting the jack stand on the body because I'm going to lower the subframe in order to get better access to that boot. This is the bolt for the subframe, not this one. This is 21 millimeter. We're going to loosen that, try to bring down the subframe. Got it. I just use a long skinny screwdriver to get it in there, loosen it up, and then we're good. So I'm just going to take this off, slide this boot all the way off. Boot is off. Look at this thing. It's not supposed to be like that. That thing is bad, worn out. Let's take it off. Okay, so I didn't realize this, but when you put this in here, you can actually lock it in place by twisting. There's a tab right here. You can actually twist this to lock this in place so it doesn't come off like that. That'll help. So I think the trick to getting this boot on there is to pushing it on all the way until you see this right here, this little bump, and that's where this is supposed to go. So that's going to push this all the way as far as you can get it. Push your tie rod up to give you more access, and then grab it and twist it while you're pushing, and it should go on. And I found that worked for me. I also lowered my subframe as far as I could go to give me more access with my hand. Now we have to get the clip on there. And the clip, I opened it up so I could slide it off. But you can kind of get it started, I guess. Over here on the passenger side, I wanted to show you some tips. Make sure you wipe off this thing here, get all the grease off of it, and then when you put this on there, make sure it's on all the way. I use some channel locks to to squeeze it on there and push it down all the way. And then I'm gonna put this on there and lock it on when it's already on. So I know that it's locked in there, and then you make sure you lock it with that little thing, twist it so it locks in place. So that's pretty much it, folks. The front tie rods are now installed and you should be ready to roll.